And good morning back to me. So, I gave you that nice big 360 before we came back to me to let you see just how beautiful and snug the cloud cover feels today. Like I talked about last time, when it's super duper foggy, you can hear the so-called rain in the tree, right? Well, it's not raining. That's just the collected condensation. It's so thick. I can almost drink the air right now. It's just so humid. And it's just so humid, I can almost drink the air. I did a little edit there because the car was coming way too fast and I didn't have time to say so ahead of time. So that's what that little edit was for. I love the way that the Smoky Mountain fog is. The fall here and the early winter are some of the most beautiful times of the year here. I love them. We're going to walk around this tree line of hedges and trees here. This line of trees here by the road and get a good look down at this little farm as it's bathed in fog. Look at that. Isn't that lovely? Nice log cabin style house. Now that barn's pretty new. They only built that maybe 4 years ago, 5 years ago. The one that was beside it eventually wobbled and fell down. And there's a car coming, so I have to cut again. Alrighty, there it goes. It's weird. I can walk out here for 20 minutes all by myself, and as soon as I turn the camera on, there's cars. It's odd. It's weird. Wonder why that is. But anyway, I guess that's just one of those strange things that we can't explain. Speaking of things I can't explain, I've never been able to sleep well. I don't know if it's because I'm a weird genetic mutant and my brain doesn't work right or whatever, but I have real trouble unwinding and sleeping a lot of the times. And I stay cranked all the time. I'm always wanting to read or do a puzzle game or think about a complex topic or muse over philosophy and what's right and wrong and stuff. Like, my brain just never turns off. I'm just constantly thinking. And it makes it hard to rest sometimes. The last few nights I've not been resting well. Today I woke up and I didn't want to get up. I slept terribly. I feel bad. I have a crick in my neck. But when I saw the fog outside, I said, I have to get out there. And then, oh no, there's another car coming. And there it goes. It's still pretty early. It's weird there's so many cars out here. It's fairly early. Well, anyway, I have been wandering just along my usual path, enjoying beautiful fog, the nice cool weather. And I didn't have anything to say again today. My mind, before I eventually passed out last night, my mind was going a million miles an hour. And I was thinking about all kinds of stuff. But today, now that I've slept badly and woke up, I just, I don't have much to say right now. I don't feel so good. But I wanted to come out here and showcase just how gorgeous it is. And I think it's interesting how whenever the Smoky Mountain fog is just on top of everything, when you have a sunrise, it makes an entire, like, half of what you can see just glow. It's really interesting. It's kind of magical, really. Like, I don't know if you guys can tell or not, but the sunlight just sort of illuminates that horizon, like maybe 100 yards, 150 yards that way, and it's just this impenetrable barrier of beautiful radiance. It's really weird. It's kind of magical. Like, it's worth coming to the Smoky Mountains to experience this if you've never had it. I wonder if there are other places that get this kind of thing. Probably. Because I know that maritime places like, New England and Ireland and such, Nova Scotia perhaps, Newfoundland, I know that they have a whole lot of fog and cool, moist climate. Is that right? A cool, moist climate? Yeah. So maybe there are a lot of places you can go and see this kind of thing. But I've not seen it anywhere outside of here. And I've traveled a lot, so I don't know. It makes this place dear to me because of how cool this experience is, and I get to have it several times a year. And now I'm sharing it with you. So, all right. Well, let's get up here to this hill and we'll enjoy a few more little vistas, and then I'll wrap it up because, well, I don't feel great today, and I'm having trouble just being cogent enough to talk on video. So I hope that changes. I have a lot I need to do today. All right, let's walk over here. Good morning, birds. A lot of noisy birds in these trees. Yeah, look at that. Look. It's like, it reminds me of Ravenloft. Ravenloft is a D&D campaign setting that came out in the 80s, themed around gothic horror. And Ravenloft was also a fun setting because you could put anything in it from any time period. The method of Ravenloft was the dark powers, which they weren't really gods. It was just these unknowable powers of negative emotions. They created their own emotional gravity well, and they send out through the multiverse. They send out the mist, right? Like in that really messed up movie, The Mist, where the guy kills himself and his family kills his family at the end. Sort of like that, but not with like Cthulhian aliens. It's where this inexplicable mist will just come into a town or a piece of a city or a spaceship or something, and then it pulls it into the Ravenloft microcosm. And you have all these different realms, because what the powers do is they like to pick one person and make them the lord of the realm. And they give them all kinds of crazy powers, but they also screw with them and tantalize them and give them what they think they want, but then take it away. They plague them by giving them loved ones and then turning them against them, or making their loved ones betray them. And it's just this really interesting fantasy sci-fi setting where it's mostly fantasy. You can only make it sci-fi if you want, but it's fantasy stuff where you can have any kind of fantasy stuff in it, whether it's like, you know, a more Victorian era with like ships and flintlock pistols and cutlasses and stuff, or like, you know, full-on dwarf and elf fantasy stuff. But the realms use the mist to sort of weave together little pieces of reality that it steals from across the multiverse, just to torment people, just to mess with them and feed off of their negative emotions of fear and hatred and lust and jealousy and greed. And you play, like, the suggested play style is your D&D party happens to be in an area that gets eaten by the mist. And so there's no way to get out of that without like divine intervention. So once you get stuck in Ravenloft, there's kind of no coming back unless the DM says so, unless the DM creates some kind of cosmic or mystic MacGuffin quest item that you can use to get back out. Because usually getting swallowed by the mist is a one-way trip for everyone, no matter how powerful they are, because you get cut off from your original cosmos. Not just your original world, but your whole cosmology. When Ravenloft swallows you, it takes you to its own little microcosm, and it doesn't connect with or touch, except through the mist, any other D&D cosmos. So it's weird. It's a very interesting conceit, and I've always thought Ravenloft is really cool because I like stuff like vampires and werewolves and like Van Helsing vampire hunters and stuff. So it's a really fun setting, but it's the mist always reminds me of that. And so I thought I would tell you guys about it today. And I don't know if you can see this house they're almost finished building out there. They've basically got everything done, and they're just doing the touch-ups. And that new farmhouse will be all done. And we'll be getting another family, because I've seen a husband and wife with kids out there already. So I assume that house is for them. So we're getting another family of white people here. That's good. And, you know, more farmers is always good. So, but anyway, I just wanted to share the morning with you, and I have to go back through Sleepy Hollow, and of course, since I'm getting ready to say goodbye, there's a car coming. Okay, all right, it was a false alarm. It was a loud truck turning into a farm over the hill, so it didn't actually pass by me. Anyway, I think I've talked long enough. I shared with you some beautiful sights. I talked about Ravenloft a while, which I didn't expect. It just sort of happened. But hopefully this week, I'm going to get some of the finishing touches done I need with the preparatory work for the new stream series that I'm launching. And now here comes a car. Always a car. Always a car. Anyway. What was I saying? Oh. hopefully this week I can put together some stream either for today or tomorrow. We will see. I'm talking to some of my friends about trying to get on streams with them to sort of expand my audience and get myself in front of new communities. But it's been slow going with that. Not hearing back a lot, so we'll see what happens. But anyway, I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I'll definitely be back next Monday night for Discordant Dragons. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I hope that you think positively and do positive things, because we all need to in these trying times. Just focus on the positive and focus on the little things around you that you can control. That's what I do, and it makes my life better. God bless.